So today I'm going to review a book, Hot, Flat and Crowded. It is written by Thomas L. Friedman. That was published in 2008. So the book explores three major global trends in the nature and society. These are mainly numbered hot, flat and crowded. Hot in the sense means global warming and climate change. Flat means globalization and the increasing interconnection of the world. Crowded means rapid population growth and the expansion of the global middle class. So let's dive into the topic. Have you ever felt like the world's getting hotter, flatter, and more crowded? That's the idea behind Thomas L. Friedman's book, Hot, Flat, and Crowded. Friedman argues that there are three trends that are creating a complex and challenging set of problems for the world, but also present opportunity for innovation and progress. He proposes the green revolution as a solution to these challenges, emphasizing the need for clean energy, energy efficiency, and conservation. He argues that these three trends are shaping our world in a big way. It's like a perfect storm, but with both challenges and opportunities. So let's go a little bit back. So when Manusa gave each of the students with the books, that was initially I was not interested in this book. I was more interested in some of my friends' book that they got. But when I searched for the review, I was fascinated by the reviews it got. The topic interested me. Friedman's Hot, Flat and Crowded is a prime example of why we shouldn't judge a book by its cover. The little the title itself might suggest a simple, straightforward narrative about the state of the world. However, the book dwells deep into the complex issues like globalization, climate change, and energy policy, painting a nuanced picture of the challenge and opportunity facing humanity. So this book doesn't have traditional chapters. Instead, it is divided into five major parts. Each explores different aspects of the book's theme. So the main five parts are first part where we are, second how we got here, third how we move forward, and the fourth or fifth a little bit interesting. It talks more about nations like China, that is the fourth part, and America. So these five chapters give us an in-depth view of the current stage of global crisis. Each of the five parts will be detailed explained in the coming video. Okay, so for the first topic, where we are. So this is an introduction mm, part where the narrator or the author give us a central idea that the world is becoming hot, flat, and crowded. Hot in the sense, as I previously mentioned, the planet is warming due to climate change caused by increasing greenhouse gas emission. Flat in the sense means the global economy is becoming interconnected with emerging nation, rising economies, power, intensifying resource demand. Crowded. Crowded means, as the name suggests, the world's population is growing uh, with more people requiring more and more natural resources and the ecosystems. Friedman outlines that these trends are interlinked and lead to pressing problems like energy crisis, biodiversity loss, and geopolitical instability. So the second part is how we got here. Friedman analyzes the historical, political, and cultural development that have led to the current environmental crisis. He critiques the short-sightedness of the government, corporations, and individuals in addressing sustainability. This section emphasizes the failure of leadership and lack of innovation in the energy policy, as well as the global obsession with growth and consumption at any cost. So, mm, how we got here is an interesting chapter that shows that many nations does not care about the sustainability and ultimately led to the current uh, stage that we are. So the third part is how we move forward. This is an um, futuristic approach, or this is how we should approach the future. So in this section, Friedman proposes the green revolution as a transformative solution. He emphasizes the need of systematic change in how energy is produced and consumed, advocating for renewable energy and energy efficiency, and also some technological innovation that are recent technological events that should be implemented. He argues that leadership, particularly from the major economies like the United States, is essential to spearhead this global transition. So, as I said before, the next two parts are very interesting because they are focused on nations. So, the fourth part is China. China is presented as a paradox in the global environment. As one of the world's largest polluters, China's rapid industrialization and reliance on coal have significantly contributed to global emission. At the same time, China is investing heavily in renewable energy technologies and infrastructure, making it a leader in green energy innovation. So during the 2000 and all, China was growing rapidly, but they also invested in the renewable energies like solar. So now currently, China is the global leader in. If you take 10 solar energy solar plants or solar panels producing companies, 9 would be based out of China. So their R&D and their investment is working. So Friedman admires China's ability to implement large-scale projects quickly due to centralized governance, but criticizes the environmental and social cost of the approach. He suggests that democracies like the US should learn from China's decisiveness and persevering democratic values. So the last part is also about another nation, America. So the final part focuses on the role America must play in addressing the energy and climate crisis. Friedman argues that America has the resource, technology, and influence to lead the global energy revolution. As one of the largest historical contributors to carbon emission, the US has a responsibility to take bold action. Leading the transition to a green economy would strengthen America's global standing, create jobs, and reduce dependence on foreign energy. So currently, around 60 to 70 percentage of the China's energy needs are satisfied from outside nations. So if China focuses more on the sustainable, um, no, if America focus more on the sustainable approach, the this nation could reduce the dependence on other nation. Yeah, so after this, the book comes to a conclusion. So in basic terms, I want to say that each part built on a previous one, each that each part built on the previous one to deliver a comprehensive argument, like um, understanding the problem, identifying the solution, and examining global players and emphasizing America's and China's critical role. So Friedman previously wrote a book named like what previously wrote a book that was not very famous because there were many critics, but later many say that this is a second part of the other book. So after reading the first book, many who have read the other book have said that this is by far the best book that Friedman has written. So Friedman's central message is that bold leadership, innovation, and cooperation are essential to solving the world's environmental challenges. So thank you.